Sushant Singh Rajput?
Huh? Hot, I guess. I don't know.
Nepotism is there and it's everywhere. It's just not in Bollywood.
I think it's a very normal human nature to try and help people who you love and who you care for.
Yes, there is favoritism in the world. Yes, there is preferencing in the world. And yes, there is nepotism in the world. Nepotism is favoritism granted to a relative. It's like when you choose someone who you know over someone you don't know, or preferring someone with whose family you have a mutually beneficial bond with vis-a-vis someone's family you don't. Nepotism is a regular accusation in politics, organizations, and in recently highlighted entertainment industry. It's like when a relative of a powerful figure in politics is assigned similar powers, or when in an organization someone is hired in spite of inadequate qualifications, or in the entertainment industry when someone is appointed purely because of familial ties. Nepotism is a human tendency and we all have witnessed, if not experienced it. Now, whether nepotism is a boon or a bane, the recent extremely unfortunate loss of Sushant Singh Rajput has reignited the debate on nepotism in Bollywood. Now, star children are undeniably privileged. However, referring to being born privileged to karma by the likes of Sonam Kapoor is like justifying centuries of systematic oppression of the underprivileged. It is like saying those who are born below the socio-economic benchmark are in perdition. By perdition, I mean that they are repaying for the sins of their previous life and hence marginalized and deprived. Past few weeks have been very unsettling for me as a parent, because as a parent my confidence is wobbling. How prepared are our children to go out and face the real world? The horrific death of Sushant Singh Rajput has indeed shattered collective hearts. But I'm glad it has started the real conversations, the real, uncomfortable but necessary conversations about the pervasive and destructive nature of system disparity, about the inequalities that are baked in the working institutions and everyday life. We have a very diverse nation. Until some time back, I thought that we were doing fairly fine. But the past few weeks have taught me that we are not doing fine. We're not even close with respect to equality, justice, and inclusion. If a bright and brilliant boy like Sushant Singh Rajput, whose caliber or curriculum vitae could not be challenged, was not good enough, how prepared are our next generations to go and face the real world and make their dreams come true? The crevices in our system compel me to acknowledge that we need to do a lot more to level the playground for the so-called privileged and the rest of the world. It will require a lot of learning and unlearning. But the real point for all of us to think about is, which side of the history do we choose to stand? When something like Sushant Singh's death happens, it just crack opens the reality of a professional landscape. So unless we create a safe work environment where you are valued for who you are and not whose you are, you will keep losing more Sushant Singh Rajputs. So just pause and think, how are we preparing our next generations to go face the real world and beat nepotism? Just think.